have and perpetuate what they have and keep us where we are. So we have to now go back to the motherland and embrace that. We need to embrace the art made right here. Take it back and bring it forward. That's Brother Sankofa name. Take it back, go back to your roots, and so that you can move forward. So we need to take that back. We need to go back to Kenya. We need to go back to the Congo. We need to go back to East, West, Africa. We need to know what, and we need to go far back. We can't go to post-colonial. We got to go back before they colonized. We got to go back. And the oldest the oldest place we can go back is ancient. No, I was going to say ancient Egypt, but I want to say the Nile Valley region of Africa. What I'm saying, even from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, all these places, Ethiopia, Nubia, even all those places, including Egypt, that now doesn't look like us, but we know that all the things that's created there that is so magnificent, we have created. So when we understand that we are the builders of the pyramids, the Sphinx, the obelisks, all the greatest art in this world. I mean, all the pyramids that they cannot figure out today how it was created, then we will know that we can use that to move us forward. Ashe?
Even intellectually, in terms of mathematics, psychology, psychiatry, science, I think they all originated from way back then, and
there's no thought, but it's a definite.
It's a definite. All right, thank you so much. We'll play a song by OG Master G, yours truly, and it's I Know I Can, a remix by Nas in Kiswahili, and we'll come right back.
Najua naweza kufanya litakalo nikitia bidii nitafanya litakalo
najua waweza kufanya utakalo ukitia bidii utafanya utakalo
najua naweza kufanya litakalo nikitia bidii nitafanya litakalo
najua waweza kufanya utakalo ukitia bidii utafanya utakalo
wakidi ongezeni basi bidii tuzidi kujenga Kenya hina hawa wadi juu ukitaka job kwanza unajenga CV naweza kuwa doctor ama headmaster ukipass university na degree ya masters magonjwa ziko mob asthma na marasmus hosi kuna nas washahitimu campus na Christmas si lazima kuwe na Santa mashujaa si lazima ti Christopher Columbus na mavingereza mingi meli na compass kumbe walitumwa kutufanya watumwa tukachapwa nyuma hivi kama mbwa mimi nakumbuka kizi na kumtakinte mizizi ya mau jomsi changanyike changaniri damu isimwagike watoto ongezeni sauti msikike
najua naweza kufanya litakalo kitia bidii utafanya litakalo najua naweza kufanya litakalo kitia bidii utafanya litakalo
kweli unaweza kujiendeleza life yako unaweza kutengeneza wacha kupoteza time na kueleza usije kuregret baada ya kuteleza kwanza ni muhimu kuwa na education ili talent yako idu na dedication tafuta kila aina ya occasion kama ngari mabaya kukonka kila nation kweli life imejaa na obstacle lakini lazima utatue na kuzitackle ni kweli life imejaa na hurdle lakini lazima utahave kuzihandle yes na Mungu pia atakubless akiona kuwa dream yako unaichase lazima utastruggle life yako usimess lazima ustruggle usiwe mtu worthless
lakini sisi ni machizi tatumia irizi we got to get busy for shizi hawa mafisi wanatufilisi mwaka 2007 we will see ni waizi ama ni polisi sura mbaya atafisi iwezi kuwapiga kisi kumarwa bila notisi ibilisi how politicians who act like abortion and don't deliver I shiva naitwa worthless cause I'm jobless nevertheless stop the press I know I can
najua naweza kufanya litakalo kitia bidii utafanya litakalo najua naweza
amini usiamini tuko na sifa na disqualify MC kama FIFA ile kitu natafuta imejipa, na bado watu wanabonga trash kama pipa. Watu wabonge si watalala, na kesho yake watakuta bado na tawala. Fala amekosa kitu ya kufanya, manze niko busy jo, wezi nidanganya. Nafanya kazi badala ya kusanya, nafanya bidii jo badala ya kuhanya. Usiniambie siwezi jo, apana. Pia madem jo wakitry, akiwalai unaweza fanya mambo kawangare madai. Watu wengine wamezoea kudoya badala ya kutia bidii katomboya. Oya, kabla sitasahau, dawa za kulevya zitakutupisha mbao. Usitoke shule, kumbuka juu utakuwa kama chokora kutupa puu. Yani kazi ni kushuta tu. Oya lakini ukijiamini, fanya juu chini, utakuwa kama mimi, na magari kama mbili, na mishoni kwa akili kama mtu wa nguvu, yani mtu kamili.
Naweza kufanya litakalo, ukitia bidii utafanya litakalo.
Najua waweza kufanya utakalo, ukitia bidii utafanya utakalo.
Alrighty, we're back. The show is African Unite. I'm your host, OG Blastmaster G, aka Genius. The G in all of us. God is love and love is God. And welcome back to Africa Unite. I got my guests here, Sankofa and brother Ausar. Keep messing up your name. Ausar from the African Village. And I want to ask you again, what role does African Village, or what role will African Village play in bringing together blacks or African people from the African diaspora to unite and to maybe have a voice in the world at large?
Well, at the African Village, we embrace the ideology of Pan-Africanism, Pan-African nationalism. And so with that being said, whether you're from Kenya, whether you're from Congo, whether you're from, whether you live in Jamaica, North America, Africa, Africans from all over can come together because there's so many things, so many vices and so many things that separate us and divide us. And so what the African Village serves as is a healing mechanism for those that, as Minister Ausar said, those who know something isn't going right, those who know that something is not working. They've tried the same mundane routine and they just see what's going on, but they can't really put their finger on it, or once they wake up and realize what time it is, with so many lies and things of that nature taking place, it's a safe haven for those who are transitioning into a new reality, a new mindset, to be amongst people of a similar situation so they can feel more comfortable, continue to learn, and continue to grow. Because one of the things that happens is, anytime you try to change, those that are close to you are not always understanding of your change. And so what it does is, when you talk about a village, you're talking about a communal way of life. Exactly. We're talking biological families all the way to extended family. So the village is an extended family. And in that, the village, we want to provide our people with the necessities of life so they won't have to go to other ethnicities outside of ourselves to be able to get those things. We should be able to provide our own for our people. Our people, we shouldn't have to go out of our communities to go to a decent school. We shouldn't have to go out of our communities to get a decent job. We shouldn't have to do those things, but we do because our culture is not properly intact, and we should be providing those things for our people. And so it's a process. And so at the African Village, we pretty much strive to be race first. And with that being said, we are here to help people make their transition as smoothly and as effective as possible.
There are a lot of lost souls in the black community, and be it drugs, be it family, be it incarceration, be it discrimination. Yep. There's so many forces working against them. So I think you're playing a very positive role, and you could We thank you for the work that you're doing. Maybe Brother Dennis would like to add something to it.
Oh, you know what? When Brother Sankofa just said something, it brought back to mind what I didn't say earlier, and what we do and what we're striving to do at the African Village is that one question that I didn't answer earlier was about religion. Excuse me. And we see what religion has done for our people. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's done something on a very surface level. It makes us feel good for the moment. And I'm talking about the religion. I'm not talking about an indigenous religion. I'm talking about these religions that we have been forced to accept, forced to participate in. Now we don't even realize how we inherited these religions. All we know is our parents were this, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, the problem with the religion is you can't have the religion of your slave master to set you free. That's just what it is. Exactly. You can't have the religion of your oppressor, the people that colonize you to set you free, because they have given you this religion to keep you where you are, to keep you docile, down, confused, happy, hit you on the face and give me the other cheek type of stuff, all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Turn against your brother because he's a Muslim. Turn against your brother because he's a Christian. Turn against your brother because now he's practicing indigenous religions. And we can talk about indigenous religions in Africa from my research, from my speaking to elders from the continent of Africa, that even the word African religion is kind of like a statement that is non-existent. It's really a cultural thing that we had, that we do all day. Everything that Africans do is religious, and it's everything we do has the Creator in mind. But now we put things in compartments because this is what Europeans do. We compartmentalize everything. Now we put church on Sunday, but then you can go to the club on Saturday and Friday and get drunk. But no, that's not part of culture. So what we strive to do at the African Village is try to change that mindset and let you realize that you are to walk in the footsteps of God every day in your life. Everything you do, in that music that you speak about, in that artwork, in that craftsmanship, in everything you do is of God. So when you know everything is of God, you can build those things like the pyramid. Now, spirituality, that's what you spoke about. Now, this is where we need to go. This is where the African Village is. This is what we teach. Spiritual, know yourself. The ancient African proverb, and I'm going to say African because if people don't understand that ancient Kemet is African. Ancient Egypt in itself is African. The people that reside there now are conquerors. They have come in and perverted it. They are not the original inhabitants. They are not the people that are indigenous to it. So with that, we understand that you have to have a high level of spiritual understanding to create these things on East Africa and West Africa, everywhere. I mean, we can talk about Mali, we can talk about Songhai, we can talk about what is it down in South
Zulu.
Africa. We can talk about all that. We can talk about the Great Wall. What's the place down there called? Where Cecil Rhodes came in, and it was called Rhodesia, but with the name now, what did they change it back to? Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe, and understand that they had a great and a beautiful empire that people that are not us are trying to claim today because they can't do it. They're digging, looking for themselves there, but they can't find themselves. They told the people there that they are the original inhabitants, and then they came and they did the research and they found out they already knew, but they found they cannot claim that because our people were there. They're the ones who built it, and this is what we need to know. Once you understand this, you will elevate to a higher spiritual level, and nothing else will stop you. Nobody will be able to tell you that you can't do math again. Nobody will be able to tell you that you cannot speak. Nobody will be able to tell you that you can't do proper music, because you will understand that you are the creators of music, and that will be spiritual. And this is what we strive to do at the African Village.
Wow, well said. I remember when I was at your session last on Sunday, you talked about something like you said something I thought that was very profound, that we are predisposed because of our melanin to spirituality. And all these things that go back, how Africa is the source of all the world's education and science and everything. It's more like what can I say?